What would an extra year of life mean to you? An extra year to enjoy a hobby or perfect a sport. An extra year with those you love, filled with hugs, kisses, and laughs. An extra year of life. What would that time mean to you? No matter how old you are right now, you're getting older. And that can be a scary thought. While the body starts out energetic and full of life, over time, pains and sickness begin to creep in. Whether you're experiencing these problems yourself, observing these complications in a loved one, or just worried about age in general, growing older is an alarming fact of life. However, there is little known truth about aging that is gaining attention within the worldwide scientific community. It turns out many of the pains and frustrations that come with getting older don't have as much to do with the amount of birthdays celebrated as they do with something called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. AGEs are destructive, toxic compounds that thrive in the body, attaching to cells, joints, organs, skin, and many other systems where they cause major damage. They eat away at the body like rust eats away at a car. The damage caused by AGEs can be as common as wrinkles and sore joints, or as serious as complications with memory function, blood sugar levels, and kidney, vision, and heart health. AGEs are the reason skin gets weak and frail. AGEs are why cells and organs stop functioning. AGEs are why joints hurt and the brain stops working. They damage the body both inside and out. Breakthroughs in science have shown us we can fight the effects of aging by effectively managing our AGE levels. This can be done through simple lifestyle changes, but more often than not, we run to the doctor pleading for a miracle pill.
Get RDX at your drugstore today.
Sadly, in our effort to find a solution that will make us feel forever young, we instead find a whole new set of problems. The cost of medication is unbearable. The chemical ingredients are unnatural, and the list of potential side effects seem to go on and on. The pharmaceutical companies of the world understand that the public wants to see drastic results with minimal effort, and they're cashing in on it. But there is good news. It doesn't have to be like this. Morinda has found a better way. Back in the early 1990s, food scientists John Wadsworth and Stephen Story were looking for ways the world could benefit from natural foods.
We were pioneers. We had been introduced to noni. We studied it in our laboratory. We were making new discoveries. These new discoveries took me to Tahiti to learn more. I stood on the street, and as people passed by, they would tell me story after story of how this fruit was benefiting their life. I learned of a 2,000-year history of how this very fruit brought health benefits to the Polynesian people. I had an experience standing on a mountain in Nuku'hiva. I knew that this fruit was beneficial, had great value, and would bless the lives of millions and millions of people.
After finding out about its beneficial properties, John and Stephen knew that noni was something they had to introduce to the world. So they partnered with Kelly Olson, Kim A.C., and Carrie A.C., and together they founded Morinda. Today, Morinda is an internationally renowned company that has a presence in over 75 countries.
These were amazing days to be a part of something that was so new, so unique, so revolutionary to the world. People loved what we have. The story, the history, the product, the opportunity. It all came together. This is something that they need. And we grew like wildfire. And in fact, in those early days, the first 5 years, if I remember right, we had revenue growth that exceeded 300%.
One researcher has noted there may not be 10 companies in the history of the world that equal Morinda's revenue growth in their first 6 years. A few short months after opening their doors, Noni and Morinda were becoming household names.
Well, it's a special remedy used on a South Pacific island, and it just might keep you alive someday.
It's an obscure fruit known as the aspirin of the ancients.
It's high in antioxidants.
It's a traditional Polynesian remedy for a variety of health conditions.
Their families say the juice has improved their health and their lifestyle.
I feel like I have a lot more strength.
It's completely changed my life.
The Noni phenomenon exists because the product works. Its benefits are something Morinda is reminded of daily as countless stories pour into their mailboxes.
Morinda's been studying noni for about 20 years, and over that time we found that the one thing that makes noni really unique are the presence of iridoids, and these are phytochemicals. And fruits and vegetables, they have nutrients and phytochemicals, and that's what makes them good for you. But these nutrients and phytochemicals in most fruits and vegetables are unstable and they degrade over time. But the iridoids in noni are very stable. They're always there, present and available to the body. An easy way to explain how they help the body is that iridoids help the body with its specific needs. So whatever it needs at the time, the iridoids are there to help it out.
As Morinda's research expanded, it became more and more apparent that these iridoids were particularly good at fighting advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, a compound that heavily contributes to the aging of the body.
Advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, are formed when you have protein and sugar that react with each other. They react in a non-enzymatic way, forming these destructive AGEs. This reaction occurs in the food we eat and also in our body.
A visible example of how AGEs form can be seen in the process of making toast. A soft piece of bread is placed inside a toaster. When exposed to heat, the sugars and proteins on the surface of the bread begin to bind, causing the bread to become stiff and brittle. AGEs have now been formed. But it's not just with toast. AGEs can be found in the most common foods we all eat on a regular basis. Once AGEs are in the body, they attach themselves to organs, joints, muscles, skin, and other tissues, causing them to age at a quicker pace than they should. The scientific community has known about AGEs for decades, and AGE awareness is now starting to hit the mainstream. From around the globe, scientists are validating the AGE awareness message. AGE levels are a medical marker that is important because it can impact how long and how well you live. Morinda, perhaps more than any other company in the world, is perfectly positioned to bring this message to the masses, just like they did with noni. Considering their significance in the fields of science and healthcare, many wonder why they haven't heard of AGEs until now.
Over the years, there's been health markers that we've been made aware of, like blood pressure, cholesterol levels. In today's society, people know what they are because they're important health markers where awareness has been raised. The same thing with advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. We're being made aware that these are bad for us as well.
Just like blood pressure, cholesterol, and BMI, AGE levels can be measured. Traditionally, this has been done through blood, tissue, or urine samples, but there is a better way. In 2012, Morinda partnered with Diagnostics, a team of leading medical researchers who have been studying AGEs and their effects since the 1970s. Together, the two companies created the True Age Scanner. The True Age Scanner uses cutting-edge technology, including specific, concentrated bursts of ultraviolet light to measure the amount of AGEs in the body. These AGE levels are then used to determine an individual's true age, or how old they are on the inside.
It's just crazy because the moment you talk to people about that there's this fourth marker out there, that there's this health indicator that I can give you, this number, people go crazy. People get excited about it. They all want to come over and get their score. They want to see where they are. Everybody likes numbers and everybody wants to know, how do I measure up? Where am I? Am I healthy? Am I not healthy? And the True Age Scanner gives us that ability.
The True Age Scanner is non-invasive, gives accurate results within 20 seconds, and has been validated by over 100 independent studies.
Well, you know, it's interesting because there's a revolution happening in the healthcare industry right now, and everybody is going to these smaller, more mobile devices because they're just as accurate. They're able to read critical health marker information, and you can take them to the people. So we developed the True Age Scanner, and it's exclusive to us.
Once an individual knows their true age, the next step is to take control of it. To understand how best to manage AGE levels, it's important to remember how AGEs form and where they come from. The body absorbs sugars from the food it takes in. Excess sugar that is not used for energy binds with proteins to form AGEs. This process, called glycation, affects not only the inside of the body, but also the skin, leading to premature wrinkles and aging.
Because we know how AGEs are formed, we know how to fight them.
We know that sugar is bad, so we have sugar stop that blocks the absorption of sugar in the body. We know that protein is good, so we have rapid fuel that delivers high-quality protein in a revolutionary way. AGE therapy gel prevents the binding of sugar and protein in the skin and reverses the signs of aging. And finally, True Age Max. It contains powerful iridoids that actually block the formation of AGEs. In fact, we have studies that show that pre-diabetics who took Max had an average reduction of AGEs by 24% in just 4 weeks. All 4 of these products create the True Age Core, a complete regimen for healthy living.
We took great care to design our products to have anti-aging activity, and this involved laboratory experiments and human studies. But we came up with something to illustrate this further called the toast test. Now in bread you have sugar and you have protein, just like in our bodies. And those sugars and those proteins can combine and through chemical reactions form AGEs. When you toast bread, the heat accelerates this process and you see it by the browning. Now if you apply AGE therapy gel and then toast the bread, you can see the AGEs form on those brown sections and then see them missing where the gel has been applied. Now this is just one experiment that's an example of the anti-AGE activity of our products.
Sugar Stop, Rapid Fuel, AGE Therapy Gel, and Max represent the True Age Core approach to complete AGE management. 4 products with one goal: disrupt and prevent the formation of AGEs, helping you look, feel, and live younger, longer. Traditionally, when companies have a message this big, they spend millions of dollars on television and billboard advertising, endorsements, and retail stores. However, Morinda believes there's a better way to spread the word about AGEs and True Age by tapping into the largest information sharing network in the world, people.
The True Age message is a very important message, and we think it's a personal message. It's a person-to-person discussion. And we feel like you would lose that in just a mass media environment. We end up saving a ton of money because we don't have to do mass media, but we also don't have to pay, distribution channel, store shelves, slotting fees, all those things that traditional companies pay anyway. We take all of that money, up to 53%, and we hand it back to the independent product consultants for helping us to share that message with the world.
From 1996 to today, Morinda has paid out billions in commissions, creating over 250 millionaires in the process.
Look, this is real. It's relevant. It's important to everyone. It's important to you and to me, everyone you know, everyone you don't know. I've experienced this myself over an extended period of time. After knowing where my AGE levels are, I managed them and was able to reduce my AGE levels by 38%. Now that's pretty incredible to me. I feel younger. I feel like I'm going to live longer. We have one chance at this. Let's make the best of it we can. And so, you need to get involved with this. You need to understand your AGE levels. You need to manage them. You need to do that for you and for those who love you. Let's do this together.
So what is the point of our business right now? The point is that we seek people with vision. We are looking for entrepreneurs. For what? What is the base of the entrepreneurial energy? A generational message. What is the message? The message is aging. The one thing that relates to every single person, young, middle-aged, old, every single person is interested in how they are aging, getting more out of life. This is the new frontier of our industry, of the healthy products industry, and it consolidates every generational message that has come before, from antioxidants to weight loss to skincare and beauty, supplements, vitamins. All of those giant industries in their own are being consolidated into this new frontier, aging. And at the heart of the aging frontier is the idea that we can control the way our bodies age, that these AGEs that are formed in our bodies are manageable, and we know how to do that. This is an industry that will encompass all of the other generational industries that have come before. Can you imagine what this industry is going to be worth 2 years from today, or 5, or 10? We've all wanted to be part of, being on the ground floor, an idea that we can get in on the ground floor and ride it to the top. It's a kind of a cliche. That's exactly what we have here. An industry that is revolutionary, disruptive. And so today it's very simple. We are looking for entrepreneurs. We seek people with vision who can see this message and get on board and ride with us to the top.